Praise AHAYAH Yashaya Wakadash will walk. Okay, I am live again. I had to readjust, and guys, my internet is not so great, and so we're back. Praise AHAYAH. Ahshar Pasach. I'm saying Happy Passover because Passover is coming. I entitled this Passover coming, but I really wanted to talk about the calendar and some things that I wanted to address in lieu of everything that's going on, like with war and stuff. So I give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya, Wakwadash will walk. And, I'll start over. Okay, so I wanted to make this video because I haven't made videos in a while and I wanted to kind of address you. So this is on, I believe this is on Patreon and Chandra Simmons TV and A Gathering in Jordan, all three of those platforms, so that I can kind of, knock them out in one. But I think it's very important. And like I said in the last video, like a lot of people, will ask me questions like what I think about what's happening. Basically, is it prophetic? And do I think that it has something to do with, the times that we're in Bible prophecy? And I would just want to say to you all, yes, this is very prophetic. This is very important. The Most High is giving sign after sign after sign to tell the children of Israel to get out of Babylon and to get within the borders in the safe place, which is Jordan, which is the only safe place, and to prepare for what is coming. And so, so you don't have to guess, or you don't even have to like wonder what I think about it. And I know, I'm glad you guys do. I'm glad people do ask me so that I can have the platform to tell, people what I'm thinking and what I'm seeing. Praise AHAYAH Yashaya, because I know you will only ask because you think, it's relevant. So praise AHAYAH for that. So I really just want to reiterate that it's very prophetic. This is very important messages that the Most High is giving out. Just like in the time of 70 AD, when he put a sword in the sky and to let the children of Israel know that, destruction was coming upon them. And so these kind of things, war and the pandemic and, people being chipped, this is all Bible prophecy. It's all spoke about in the Bible that it was coming. And even the basic Christian, kind of know and got that message. So it's not like a rocket scientist needs to figure this out, brothers and sisters. And we know in the end times that there is going to be a war that will bring great destruction on the whole earth. And that's why the Most High summoned like somebody like myself out and had me to speak over the years, warning you, looking at the signs, pay attention, get prepared. There is a safe place. Jordan is the safe place. Get within the borders. Kadesh is in Jordan, and that's where we're going to be. That's where the children of Israel sojourned for 40 years. I mean, so this information has come out, and a lot of people, even though their ears are kind of dull, like, people are not in tune. A lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people aren't in tune, and they're not picking up the signs and the signals and the radar that AHAYAH is putting out, So unfortunately, so that's why I'm always suggesting that people fast and pray, get in tune with the Most High, put down sin. Sin is a radar blocker. I mean, that's a signal blocker. If you're sinning against the Most High, it's really hard for you to pick up signals of what he's trying to tell you to do and move because you can't hear. Your signal is dull. So you have to put down the sin. Sin is the main factor of why you cannot hear and why you do not recognize these signs that the Most High is putting out. So I just, I want to make this video because I really wanted to, put the radar out and, want to wake up people, like wake up. These are major signs of what's going on in the earth right now. So this war is a very big signal. And they may try to play with the war and try to dull it down and try to act like, oh, it's not happening, or oh, it's not significant. And what we will find is that we will have other Israelites come up and say, oh, rumors of war. And it kind of like lulls our brothers and sisters back to sleep, to saying, okay, we got time. Okay, we got more time. Is we're here, but it's not time yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case. So that's why I felt it was imperative. The Most High put it on my spirit. Okay, you got to make a video. You got to come out. You got to speak and talk to the people and give them another side, because naturally our people want to just go back to sleep. Everybody is at work. This stuff rattles them, but then they want to go back to sleep. Oh, I see. Hey, Shalom, Akh, a highest prophet, Baba Kaya. How are you, Akh? Shalom. Bless you. It's good to see you. Yeah, so I'm making this video, just to kind of, give a little wake up call to brothers and sisters about, yeah, we're in that time. And I the main reason I'm making this video, guys, is because I want to give y'all some information on the calendar. Okay, there's some crucial information that I wanted to bring out on the calendar, but I wanted to talk about the what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and that this is a big signal for brothers and sisters, and it should be a warning, like your warning radar should be going off, because I don't know if this is going on in the news over in America, but over here they're really shutting down all kind of flying, the airspace. So they're shutting it down. I think Finland has shut down their airspace. I believe Spain, parts of Europe. So they're not letting a lot of planes fly. So again, just like COVID, it's all boiling down to travel. Okay. And so this is why they can now say, okay, you can take off your mask. Y'all can, walk around freely after the majority of people are chipped. A lot of people, they got enough people chipped. And now travel is an issue again. Okay. So I wanted to bring this up because, that's not really being talked about. But over here, it's really big news, because they're saying Putin is, threatening to nuke, use the nuke, the atomic bomb, or one of the big bombs. And he's really threatening. And guys, although I believe it's a big, Hollywood production, it's a stage show. It's all about them stopping the children of Israel from making moves. And y'all have to recognize it and put it in the perspective that it needs to be put in. This is all about us awakening, all about us waking up, understanding who we are, and that we need to come out of Babylon. So what you got Esau and the powers that be doing is keeping the children of Israel still distracted. You're getting false information. Even Israelites are putting out false information, and it's all one ploy to keep you still in time of destruction. So, brothers and sisters, there is not a lot of time. We're out of time, and you need to be making moves and getting out of harm's way. Set your soul may see another day. You understand? I know it seems like, as much as possible, they're making things as normal and as, you know, easy as possible. But brothers and sisters, it's not the case. We are in a time of Jacob's trouble, as the Bible warned us. We are in a time when the Most High told us, come out of her, out of Babylon, my people. This is a time when the Most High has revealed that there is a safe place, and Jordan is that place. Now, they trying to distract you with all kind of stuff like versus battles and Super Bowl with rappers that, people that we grew up on. And, of course, we take a liking to. There's so much distraction going on to keep the children of Israel still. Now there's another, warning or another flare up where Russia is, talking about nuking, and now the airwaves are shut down. Traveling is becoming very hard. This is the time that you need to be getting out of Babylon, brothers and sisters, and you need to get within the borders. And Jordan is the safe place. He said he will protect us here. So we're going to praise AHAYAH right now because the COVID thing has come to a quell. So now they can't use that as an excuse. And we, as the children of Israel, can't use it as an excuse either. We can't act like, oh, you're being held in Babylon. You can leave and you can get out. And, I find faith to be a very big issue with a lot of brothers and sisters. Like everybody is worried, what are we going to do when we get there? How am I going to survive? I mean, and that's natural. It's natural for a carnal man. But when you believe in the Most High and when you trust in the higher and you learn to trust Him, you have to kind of step out on faith, the faith of Abraham that the Bible speaks about, the faith of Noah that the Bible speaks about. And the Bible gives you an example of the type of faith the Most High is expecting you to have. We have to learn to trust in Him. And it becomes very, very hard for people to really walk that walk and talk that talk in this time of trouble. And this is why the Most High names it Jacob's trouble, because He knows that y'all are, that I'm not even going to say just y'all, we all struggle with faith. We struggle with faith because we have been disconnected from our power through the curses and through all the disinformation that we got going on and how we've been programmed, especially in Babylon. Okay, so this is your trouble because the Most High is going to test, and He's sifting through Israel. Because, brothers and sisters, I pray that y'all make it to we make it into the kingdom, and that's what this is about. This is a race to get to the kingdom. So you're being tested. Your faith is being tested. Do you trust? Do you really believe? Are you going back to sleep and like, oh, this is not it? Russia, this is just them lying again. And you got Israelites telling you, oh, rumors of war. Brothers and sisters, this is not a rumor. There's a war. So it's not rumors of war. It's actually a war going on. They're shutting down the airspaces in this side of the world. So it may not be affecting you guys in America right now or whatever. But if you try to travel, it's going to affect you. You understand? So, because they're shutting down a lot of the airspace that no planes, not just Russian planes, that no planes will be able to travel to the airspace. And that's the same thing that COVID did. And that was the main agenda, because Israel is waking up. Israel is waking up, and they're trying to keep y'all still in Babylon until the great destruction that prophesied in Revelation, that Babylon will be split in 3 parts. And a lot of people will be destroyed, guys. So I'm urging you, brothers and sisters, to really think about it. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about what the Most High, how He's going to handle things. Just trust Him. Like, I know we're worried about being homeless. We're worried about, not having money. We're worried about not having no food. But Most High said, don't worry. He said, trust in Him. And listen, all those things, all the above have happened to me. So every worst fear and worst nightmare has actually happened to me. And guess what? I survived. Sister Connor is still here to make videos and tell you, brothers, still and sisters, still to get out of Babylon. You can make it. The Most High will provide a way. He's going to provide for us. And it's better if you come out, go do a few things, get yourself on solid ground and prepare for that wilderness. Because getting in that wilderness and not having what you need is not a joke, brothers and sisters. Coming there, not understanding what to expect and what what you can do and what you can't do, it's not a game. And if you're afraid now, imagine being in that kind of situation and not really understanding what to do, where to get resources, how to move, And praise AHAYAH that, the Most High put me here for that reason, to kind of help people and guide you through it. Like, okay, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this. You have someone that you can, ask questions, get some resources, get some information, and kind of cushion this blow. So you don't really have to be afraid. It wasn't like in the time when I came, when there was nobody here, and I had to kind of figure this thing out. And I just thank AHAYAH, Yashaya, because he proved to me that he would take care of me and he will make sure I'm all right and he will take care of my needs. But, I had to learn that too. I had to walk out and just blindly, you know. And I didn't have everything that I need. I didn't have enough money, brothers and sisters, when I left. I just kind of left. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's ridiculous to do that, or it's this and that. But it's ridiculous in a worldly sense. It's ridiculous to the average, the worldly, but it's not ridiculous when it comes to the Most High. He is looking and he's watching us and he's testing us and he's sifting. So it's important that we really understand what this is all about. Don't think in a carnal mind. Don't think in your carnal mind. Think in your spiritual mind of how you need to be able to stand before a higher and give answers to your actions. Okay. Okay. So I wanted to really go into the calendar, is what I wanted to do. And I want to share my screen if I can. So I'm going to try because I thought there's something that's very important that I noticed. And I noticed this some years ago because, guys, y'all know I've been working with the calendar for years. Since the Most High sent me out, which is over 12, 14 years now, the first thing he showed me was his calendar. And let me just reiterate some of this stuff of why, this is so important and why this sister in Jordan has always been an issue, of conversation. So just to bring back your remembrance, AHAYAH sent me out years ago. It's been 14 years now. And the first thing that he showed me was his calendar. The calendar was very important to AHAYAH. So much so that he sent me to a church that kept the calendar. And this church was in California. And I thought I was, following my dreams and my music career. I had packed up and moved to California. And I was in California 3 years I stayed there, but during the time is when the Most High woke me up to the truth. Now I was chasing my dreams and I was trying to be a singer. I was going to the Grammys every year. I was putting my music out. I had a band, so I was just chasing my dreams. But in the midst of it, I got offered a record deal, a distribution deal for an album that I put out. Okay, I was offered $1 million, guys, and I was chasing that dream hard because I was trying to get that money. So in the midst of that, AHAYAH woke me up and he started to show me everything about the music industry, about sacrificing, about everything. And in the midst of that, he showed me the Sabbath and the holy days. And he sent me to a church that kept the holy days. Now, at the time, I was in the Christendom. I didn't know anything about Feast of Tabernacles, Day of Trumpet, the Passover. This church kept those holy days. So when the Most High sent me to this church, it was for this particular reason. Now, of course, at the time, I didn't know this was why he sent me to the church, but he was waking me up and he was telling me to come out of Babylon and that I must leave and that America was Babylon. Now, this is before I knew I was a Hebrew Israelite. I had never seen a GLCC anything. I had never seen anything about Hebrews aside from being on 125th Street walking past, those guys talking. I think is IUIC or one of those groups. I knew that they used to prophesy on the street, but I didn't really know anything else about being a Hebrew or nothing. So when the Most High woke me up and sent me to this church, and I was living in California, he started to show me these holy days. Now, I didn't know about the holy days. I didn't know about the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, Passover, nothing. But I knew he was telling me I had to leave America. America was Babylon. So it's a long story. I don't want to go too far into this, but I put these videos on my AHAYAH Promise page about me waking up and about me going through this process. It's all videotaped. So, but what the Most High showed me about the holy days was his calendar when I went to this church, and I was like blown away. So I kept the feast of the Day of Atonement with them. I kept the Feast of Tabernacles and the Feast of Trumpets. They kept the days. Now, learning the calendar as I know it now, they were on the right days. Now, I don't know how this pastor knew, but he was on the right holy calendar days according to Enoch. Now, this guy, this pastor, he kept his days on the Sabbath, but he didn't know that he was a Hebrew Israelite. It was a weird situation because he didn't know about being a Hebrew, but he knew about the holy days. So when I went to the church, I was telling them like, this America is Babylon. We have to leave. We have to leave. We have to leave. And I thought that's why the Most High sent me to the church. So I started prophesying to them and telling them and telling them. And the pastor took a liking to me. They let me speak to the congregation, which wasn't many people, but I was warning them to come, that we had to leave Babylon. Come to find out, they did not believe me. They did not take heed to what I was saying. So I ended up leaving America and I went to Israel. And that started my journey. And I was questioning the Most High, like, Most High, why they don't believe me and why they not coming and da. End of story. That wasn't why he sent me to the church. And I ended up leaving and I was sitting in Israel for a couple of months. And then I ran across a gathering of Christ Church. Elder Zah and Elder Vakar prophesying on the street. And then I was like, oh, this is the church. Then I kind of knew that the Most High wanted me to, pay attention to this church. And that was Elder Vakar, GOCC, Babylon, as I call it today, with Elder Zah. So just want to fill y'all in because this is very important because that's why it's always been an issue about the calendar as far as I'm concerned. The Most High showed me the calendar. I end up that next year when I went out, I started creating my own calendars. So I've been creating calendars now for 13, 14 years, and I have been always the quest, the founding thing, the first day of the year, and how we can keep these holy days at the right time. So this is how the whole issue started with myself and me contacting Elder Vakar. Most High told me to contact Elder Vakar years ago and tell him that the calendar was wrong and that he had to, correct the calendar. So that's how this whole drama has started with myself in the GOCC, Babylon, and with Elder Vakar. So in case those who don't know and didn't understand why, like, what is your obsession and why GOCC and why are you attacking the elder, kind of thing. It's never been on that. It was always me coming humbly to the brother and telling him, the Most High told me to tell you. And that's how it started. To my dismay and to my surprise, I got rudely awakened, slap, 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 slap. And I became attacked and I became under attack, and this whole drama has started. So in case of you guys who don't know, why and how this all started, that's the story, and that's how it began. So I went to Elder Khan. I told him the calendar was wrong. I got, pushback. I started getting death threats. I started getting hacked. I started getting, really, really harassed at that point. Now, at that point, I'm new. I'm new to the whole situation. But I'm telling you, a lot has happened. Now let me back up. I was sitting in Israel. I ran across Elder Vakar and them. Elder Zah ended up coming out of Babylon to meet me in Egypt. So at first it was a good, it was a good introduction with them. It wasn't a bad one. It wasn't until I started talking about the calendar that the problem started. Okay, so after I met Elder Zal, we spent time together. I still didn't know I was a Hebrew Israelite then. That's when the introduction came to me. At first, the Most High sent me out without me even understanding I was a Hebrew Israelite. I was looking for the two witnesses, actually. And when I saw Elder Vakar and Elder Zah, that's who I thought I was looking at. I thought I was looking at the two witnesses spoken of in Revelations. Now, of course, I got understanding later that it was the two sticks, which is Israel and Judah, who are actually two witnesses. But guys, I have to tell you this, and I'm going to put this out there now. And I know this is going to open up another can of paint. But the Bible is 2 and 3 fold, and the mysteries are layered. So even though there is the basic understanding of, as a Hebrew Israelite, that the two sticks are Israel and Judah, and that whole thing is Israel as a body waking up to the truth and all that. there's also mysteries with the scriptures. And so I do believe that there are two witnesses, like Elder Rakar and Elder Zah, that's walking around, also have to fulfill different parts of the prophecy as well. But we'll talk about that other stuff at another time, because I want to really stick to the calendar. But I just want to throw that out there because the Bible is 2 and 3 layer fold. It's not just one, thing. There's a lot of mysteries, and he'll give this mysteries, and he'll give these understanding to people, and then open it up to people. So we have to discuss that, because things is playing out, and things still have to happen, and prophecies need to be fulfilled. But I want to go back into the calendar. So now that brings me to the calendar and why I'm really making this video. And I'm sorry to be so long-winded. Okay, I don't mean to be, but I haven't seen you guys in a long time, and I'm just happy, and I want to say shalom anyway. Okay, so this brings me to the calendar. Now, like I've told you, I have the Most High gave me the information on the calendar, and it caused me to go to Elder Wakar about the holy days and finding the first day of the year. And that has always been significant. That's always been, the reasoning for me making videos. And aside from him telling me about Kadesh, Jordan, Masada, and other information that he has given me. But it started with the calendar. So now I'm in the habit of, I make my calendars like 7 years in advance. For one, because it takes a lot of time. I need to be concentrated, make sure that I don't mess up no days and messing up the times, and I make mistakes sometimes that I'll catch, and I'll have to correct it. So it's very complicated, because not only are we dealing with the Hebrew days and times, we also have to coordinate it with the Gregorian, because we're still operating in the Gregorian. So, even though we don't keep ascribe to their days and these demonic days and stuff, where some people are working, some people are going to school, you still operating in this time. So you need to keep track of the days on both ends. So I'm going to share my screen with you, okay? And I'm going to show you this, and hopefully you can make this big so you can see it, and I'll kind of talk you through this, okay? So here's the calendar for this year. And this is for, so-called March, but it's Akkad, which is the first day, the first month of the Hebrew calendar, Akkad. Forgive my H, I'm missing my H here, so it's Akkad. And I put 2022, if you can see my pointer. That's the actual Gregorian year that we're in. And I put 2013/14 because we're about to go into 2014. Now, this year is just a projection of the year that we should be in, or we could be in, because we don't really know the exact times and dates, because they played with the calendar year, they played with the calendar year with Christ's birth, and Horad's death, and those kind of things. So there's like a 7 or 8 year difference in the calendar. So this is just a projected date of what year we should or could be in. Now I know Elder Vakar goes into a much deeper study, and now he's gonna come up with a whole lot of other stuff, which I feel, because of his situation that he's in, the new information, you kind of got to be very careful with him, and watch what he says, and do your own research, and know, because there's infiltration, he can come up with anything now. And people, because we've learned, a lot of people loved him and trust him, they kind of will go along. But brothers and sisters, you better pay attention and understand that there is infiltration, and you better be careful, okay, with any new information, because right now we are in a time where things are just crazy. Okay, and Elder Vakar is just whatever he's coming up with. You just better pay attention, okay? And I know he gives a lot of valid information, and I know that they're doing that on purpose. They give us a lot of good information, and they'll mix in some lies to throw you off, to keep you still. Okay, so with that said, this is the calendar for this upcoming year. For next month, we're in the last day, of the 12th month. So we're going into the first month of the year, which is Akkad. And the yellow part right here shows the new month. Okay, and it's actually a holy day. It's the first day of the new year. Like according to Elder Wakar's teaching, the Saturday over here is the last day of the year. This is the 31st. That 5 is the Gregorian date, and the 31 is the Hebrew date. And it's the last day of the Hebrew year, Saturday. Now, at sundown on Saturday, it starts a new day, right? We know that. So when Elder Ricard does his calendar, he would put a 1 here instead of keeping it 31. And it kind of throws the whole calendar off, which will make this day 2. And so it just throws your calendar off. So you have to be very careful with their Hebrew calendar, because he throws the calendar one day off. Now, praise AHAYAH. I'm going to give all glory and praise to AHAYAH Ba'ashem Yashaya. His last holy day, Purim, was correct. He's on the right day. Okay? So that was correct. So where I'm not arguing about Purim, he had it right. But usually when it comes to Passover, he goes off again. And and I believe there's reasonings behind it. And I'm going to go into why now that I've, over the years, just watch how people do things and stuff. But I'm going to go into it. So here we got Sunday is this coming Sunday is the first day of the year of the Hebrew calendar. Okay. That is our holy day. It's the first day of the year. Saturday, sundown. Saturday is the Shabbat. And at sundown, which is Sunday, starts Sunday, that's the holy day, and that's our new year. Praise the higher. So we got another new year. Okay, and then 14 days after that is the Passover. So we're going to skip down here. And as you see on my calendar, 14 is right there, and it falls on Saturday at sundown. Now, this is usually where there's a problem with the GOCC, because they like to keep Friday as the Passover. Now, he gives the excuse that he gives because Christ kept the Passover on that day, right? And that's why he will always try to make people, but it's wrong according to the Most High. That's not the day that the Most High ordained as our Passover. The Holy Passover is a very significant day, so much so, Christ himself gave the Passover a day early so that he can fulfill the law. He needed to be the sacrificial lamb on Passover on the 14th day at even. So Christ gave this Passover with his disciples on Friday night. But that's not the day the Most High ordained us to keep the Passover. So, brothers and sisters, you need to be very careful of why people are doing things and when they're doing it, because the Most High, these are his laws, his statutes, his ordinances, and his judgments. And this is what he's basing us to keep. When he said, keep my laws, statutes, and commandments, this is what he's talking about. Don't let no man deceive you and have you making a holy day a defiled day and a defiled day holy day. Now, not saying that Friday at sundown is a defiled. That's our Sabbath, to keep normal Sabbath day, Friday sundown. So, but what Elder Ricard is doing is having you keep our holy day on the wrong day, killing the lamb and eating the lamb and sacrificing lamb on the wrong day. It's just that simple. There's no way around it, and there's no reason to sugarcoat it. Okay. Now, I believe that the reason why there's always been a discrepancy with these holy days, for one, it keeps us off with the commandments of the Most High. We're still breaking the laws so that we lose the covering, the hedge off of us as a body, as the children of Israel. So if you got one man sinning, the whole congregation falls into sin. So that's in the book of Jubilees, and I talk about that a lot. If we're breaking the laws, we're all breaking the laws, and that's how the Most High is looking at us. So we have to hold each other accountable for these things. So you have to talk to people, talk to your elders, bring this stuff up, share the video, whatever you need to do, so that Israel as a body is held accountable for what is going on. We can't just be acting like, duh, I don't know, I'm just happy to be in Hebrew kind of thing. You must keep the laws. That's what this is about. Okay, so for one thing, it takes the hedge off of us as a body when we off on these holy days, when we break the Sabbaths, when we break the commandments. Secondly, it's a money thing because on Sunday, Elder Vakar seems to hold this Hebrew Bible Academy school on Sundays. So that way he don't want to keep no holy days on the, to keep the double Sabbaths that the Most High be putting in a lot of these holy days. He'll have the Sabbath is a holy day, and the next day will always be a Sabbath. This is how we know we are in line with AHAYAH. These are signs. It's a sign when we keep the holy days according to what the Bible tells us to keep it. But Elder Vakar, he has a school, so and which he usually do on Sundays. So he never wants to put the holy days on the right days because for one, it's a money issue. Instead of him just changing his day to Monday and just forgetting that, then he got to deal with now he got to change the Passover to have it on another day because he don't want to interfere with his school. Stuff like this is why Israel have to be thrown off on the calendar, why we can't keep the Passover on the right days. It also infiltration. It takes the hedge off of Israel. We're not protected. It's so much intricacies that's going into this stuff of why, you know, Israel is just off. But what makes this so bad is that there's other righteous brothers and men of the Most High who know these laws, statutes, and commandments and they will not say a word to one another or pull the elders' coat, talk about these things. So I'm praying, AHAYAH, that we won't have this discrepancy this year with the holy days of our very high holy day, the Passover, being held on the wrong day. And if you do see that this is an issue, brothers, you need to be calling people to the carpet about their behavior and why they're doing things because it's very important. Okay, so I wanted to get past that, but I really wanted to bring that up and let you guys, put it out there because this is important. But the real reason why I'm making this video is this. Now, as you can see, this is the calendar. Okay, the Passover is on the 14th day at even. So it starts Sunday. We keep it for 7 days. Kind. Okay, so then the next one is Shinya, which is the second day of the month, and every thing is flowing. Okay, and I just wanted to show you these examples. Okay, and you can see, the first day here is the first day of the year on the Gregorian, but it's actually the 27th day according to the Hebrew calendar. Okay, let me keep moving forward. Then I went to the third month, which is Shalash, which is May, same thing. Okay, and then we got the Feast of Weeks that comes in, that's in yellow, which is a holy day. Okay, so here I skipped to 2025, and this is the point of me making this video. In 2025, which is two and a half years from now, I skipped to this because here in this year, the Hebrew calendar and the Gregorian calendar will start to line up. Now, this is the first time since I've been making calendars over 14 years that I have seen this occurrence. Now, we know the scriptures tell us that at the end, Esau will be ruling and Jacob is holding on to the foot of Esau. So, which gives the sign that the new kingdom will start concurrently right after the old kingdom, and that Esau will be ruling at the end. So in this calendar, guys, now this is the first day of the year of 2025, okay? First day of the year, and it says 2-1. So it's the second day on the Gregorian calendar, and it's the first day on the Hebrew calendar. Okay, I just wanted to show you that as an example. This is 2025. The Passover is the 14th day. Here's the 7 days unleavened bread. Okay. The next month is Shanya. And here is when it lines up, brothers and sisters. The first day of the year and the first day of the Hebrew year are the same. The calendar starts to line up concurrently. And I had it blew my mind. Now I did this 7 years ago, and this is actually the new I'm going in 2025. I have to start again and do another 7 years, but it shows that the calendar lines up in 2025. Now, again, I just have to put this out there and make this point. I'm gonna go back to March. In March 2025, it's still off 2 and 1. I haven't made 2026 calendar as of yet, but as the calendar works, it should be 1 and 1 for 2026. I don't want to confuse you guys. I haven't made it the calendar yet, and I will make a video when I do make it, and I'll show you this. But I just want to put you guys on, on remembrance so that y'all can start paying attention. The calendars will start lining up starting in 2025 and mainly in 2026. When I redo the next calendar for 2026, this should be 1 1 in the new year for the first month of the year in March. Okay? Now that's very significant for me. A lot of alarms go off. I start thinking because although the Most High and Christ said, no man knows the time or the hour or the day when the coming of Yashaya is. We don't know the day or the hour. But the Most High have given us clues, brothers and sisters, of the times that we are in. We are in the time right now where this war is going on. And actually, it's like 2.5 years before this calendar starts to get crazy, when it starts to line up. Now, on the screen, you see this is in 2025, it's 2 1. When I do the next year, 2026, it will be 1 1, starting all over. The whole Hebrew calendar and the Gregorian line up. So that brings me to this. I have made videos when I was saying, oh, 7 years. And I'll look for those videos, and please bear with me. I'll put the links in the description box when I find them of these videos. So that there was a 7 year mark when I was saying, okay, we in the last 7 years, when I felt like what the prophecies were saying and how things was lining up. And then a year and a half ago, I did a video where Brother Shema, who's here in Jordan, he did a video with 3.5 years. And it's on my timeline on the gathering in Jordan. He did a whole breakdown of 3.5 years, the last 3.5 years. Which brings me to where we are today after the COVID situation, going into this Ukraine war, okay, which is, teeter-tottering and what's his name, talking about he's going to nuke the place. And, it's really not a rumor. This is a war going on, brothers and sisters. It's not a rumor, okay? And now me bringing to you about the calendar that in, I would say, 3 years, right? Not 3.5 now, because now we're 3 years. The calendar is going to line up and start all over from the beginning. Do you get me, brothers and sisters? So I hope I wasn't all over the place. I just wanted to bring you that so that you can kind of put all this stuff in perspective, guys. They are rocking Israel to sleep, keeping y'all still, keeping you out of the loop so you don't understand what's going on within prophecies. You got Hebrew Israelites lying to you, keeping you still, just like in 70 AD, telling you, oh, rumors of wars. And, we still got time, after telling you that we're in the midst of destruction, but didn't want to say, add in the but, we still got time. Brothers and sisters, you are out of time. I'm showing you on the calendar where it's very significant, where it lines up now and it's starting over, which, kind of gives you the prophecy of Judah hanging on to the heel of Esau. So one situation is going to go right into the next. There's a timeline in Revelation of 3.5 years, also, 7 years, which I did a video on 3.5 years ago about that timeline. So I just want to pay attention. I just want you to pay attention, brothers and sisters. Do not, you know, go be rocked to sleep. Do not be, deceived, as Christ warned you in Matthew 24 when the disciples asked him what would be the sign of your coming. He said, do not be deceived. Let no man deceive you. That false prophets would arise and they would start telling you, things, and possibly the elect would be deceived. That's the most important prophecy, brothers and sisters, because the disciples asked Christ. They wanted to know, what is the sign? Okay, so we're in the midst of this, right in the midst of it, brothers and sisters, where we're in a time where there's a lot of confusion, a lot of dis and misinformation. People are deceiving you. Israelites are playing both sides, just like in 70 AD. It was the priest who were telling the people to sit still. You got time, go here, trying to act like there is no safe place. There's no within the borders. Don't go within the borders. The scriptures tell you he will protect those within the borders, and you got the Israelites telling you don't go within these borders. So there's a big discrepancy, guys, and you're running out of time. And with them playing with the airspace, you're not going to be able to travel. You're not going to be able to fly. This thing is escalating. I can't say that this is it, but it's also a prelude to it, because Babylon the Great is falling, it's falling. So it's a process of falling, guys. And we are in that process. You cannot, move away from that. We are in the process of falling. The calendars are about to line up. As you can see on the screen, I'm just showing you here in Shania 2025, it lines all up. And that's for that year. But in 2026, in March, it's going to be 1-1 all the way through again. So that's approximately 3 years, guys. So, and I did the video showing you where Elder Shema last year, and I'll put the link, that he was saying, 3.5 years last year at that time. So now, again, I'm just bringing you a timeline video, what to look out for. Pay attention. Yes, we are in this time. Get out of Babylon. AHAYAH is merciful, and he has given y'all a lot of time to get out. But guys, just like in the days of Noah, that time is going to run out, and the boat door will close. And like in that day, he put sharks around the ark so that nobody could get on that ark. So it's going to come to a point where you're not going to be able to, brothers and sisters. And I'm just here to kind of reiterate and keep warning you and telling you, get out, get out, get out. Okay, so that was the premise of the videos. I hope it wasn't too long. It's almost an hour, So, and I just want to show you the calendar, and I'll do another one when, after I actually do my 2026, because, I told you I do 7 years in advance. I have a couple of more years before I have to actually do the calendar, but I wanted to give you a heads up of what is I see when I'm putting this calendar together, how the days are lining up. The Most High, although no one knows the time or the day or the hour, the Most High said we are not asleep in Thessalonians, right? You are not asleep. We are not asleep. He's given us signs and clues of what's going on. And like I said before, a lot of people ask me questions like, what do I think, sister? What you think? So this is me telling you what I think and what I see. And I pray you take heed that you're getting out of Babylon. You're getting within the borders. Let no man deceive you, just like Yashaya, Christ have warned us over and over again. People are bought and paid, and they have been taken down, unfortunately. And it's unfortunate, but the one thing that AHAYAH is so merciful and great, he is letting us see inside the infiltration. you actually see how good they are at this infiltration. They've been doing it for years. They've been lying to us for years. They've so comfortable in lying to us and having people sit before us and lie to us, using Israelites to lie and keep us still. So now you have a conversation piece. I pray that you share this video, brothers and sisters. Please share the information. I don't make money off these videos, so you're not putting any money in my pocket in that sense. So don't even think that, oh, you're giving her views. Da, da, da. Warn our people. Let our people know what's going on. Give them an opportunity to get out of Babylon and to be safe. And also, I just wanted to say, for those of you who have brought things on my Etsy, I'm going to be sending stuff out. You will be receiving your orders. I had to put that out there. Also, I want to tell you guys that my account, I got locked out of a few of my accounts, so I'm not able to change my calendar on my COI times, the Enoch calendar. I'm working on it and it should be done. And if all else fails, I'll make a new site and put up the Hebrew calendar. It's just so, and it's free. Y'all don't have to worry about it. You can download it and have your own free calendar. I don't charge people for that because it's important that y'all have it. And then more importantly, y'all should learn how to make your own calendars. Okay. You should be not relying on my calendar or anybody's calendar. Make your own calendar so you too can tell when these days are lining up and things are running concurrently. You need to know that kind of stuff. And you only know it by studying yourself. Like the scripture says, study to show yourself approved. Okay? So you have to study and know the calendar. You have to know when these days are. You have to know when the holy days are to keep the right calendar, because it's a sign between us and the Most High that we keep the calendar on the correct days. So all this stuff is so important, brothers and sisters. And I thought it was urgent, and the Most High pressed upon my spirit to bring videos. I know I'm not as consistent as I should be. I'm trying to prepare, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to get myself in order for the times ahead. So please forgive me and bear with me that I'm not as consistent with the videos, and I'll try to do better. Praise the AHAYAH by Yashaya. Okay, so I'm on the platform, on Patreon as well, trying to give information about, navigating outside of Babylon and things like that. Please come and join me. I'm trying to get better with that as well. But if you have any questions, you can send me messages, in and out of Patreon, and, I'll get right back to you. Also, I wanted to say here, let me just give y'all this information as well, that I have a phone number. I got a phone number, guys. Let's see. So if you guys want to call in quickly and ask some questions, like if you have any questions about the calendar, yeah, I'll give y'all a few minutes, but it's not, I know there's not a lot of people on. And I know I did this at a funny time. Okay, because I have, it's early in the morning for me, but I do have to start my day. I have things to do. I got to get these orders out. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of running around. So I don't get to really, make the videos like I want to. And then okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. So please forgive me, guys. But if you want to call in and ask anything about the calendar, I'm working on putting it up on the COI times. I have that block spot where I keep my calendar, and I'll put the link, but I'm locked out of that account. And also they have put a few strikes against this account and some other accounts. So I wasn't really making videos because as soon as I start talking, they want to strike my account. So I don't want to say anything or put any videos up. I get a little excited about stuff and I want to put stuff up. But I don't want to, get my account shut down. So I'm trying to be real, careful about how I'm doing things. Also, we're supposed to be doing cooking with Ahch, so we're working on that too. So hopefully we could put that stuff up. And it's just casual conversation stuff while he's cooking, and maybe, and I get to join in and add my little salt and pepper into the mix. So hopefully we get to, continue that. But if you want to call in, guys, that's the number. I want to test it out and see if I can get a call or two, but, I'll be doing this when I do the cooking with Ahch and anything now. You can call in and just ask a question if you want. And also, if you want any information in the Patreon about coming out of Babylon, because praise AHAYAH, now they're lifting the mask and certain things, slowly but surely they're lifting and easing up on the COVID stuff. But now we got to worry about the war. Okay. So this is Jacob's trouble, and everything is running concurrently and meshing together, all these issues. So it's no more rumors of war. This is war, brothers and sisters. There's a war going on. They're stopping the air flight. They're stopping the travel. You can't get out like you want to, but you at least not dealing with the whole COVID situation. But, it's another thing now. So it's not going to ease up. It's only going to get worse. So I urge you, brothers and sisters, get out. Also, I have to mention, we're going to be doing Passover in the wilderness. So if you're looking to come out of Babylon and you're calling on AHAYAH, okay, that's the main thing. I'm not interested in fellowshipping and keeping Passover with people who don't call on the AHAYAH, who are keeping the holy days on the wrong day. If you're keeping it on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not interested. And, I don't mind if it's, me and two other people just keeping the Passover for those who are in like mind. Okay. If you're in like mind, you're calling on the AHAYAH, you keep the correct holy days, and, we cool, everything is good. Let's, gather and keep the holy days and keep the feast. And we're gonna try to do it up in the wilderness, how we did it last year. We killed the lamb and all that. So I'm so excited. And preparing. We're probably gonna have it in a different location, but praise the higher. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Passover. I hope you all are preparing to come out of Babylon. I pray you all are doing what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And okay, somebody is calling. Let me try. Uh, it ain't. I guess the phone thing ain't working. Hold on. Let me try. I'll see if I could call you back. If I can do that. But Shalom. eh, And it's ending in. I don't know what I should do. It's area code 502. So I'm gonna try and call you back, okay, and see if this will go through. So my internet is not the greatest, guys, so that's why it didn't ring. And somehow it'll just go straight to voicemail, or it'll just give me a message. So let me try you back. 502. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bit slow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try you back and see if I can get you on the line. I don't know what's the sound is gonna be like, so but I'm dialing area code 5002. Can y'all hear that? It's ringing.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom, Ahch, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, sis?
I'm pretty good. Praise AHAYAH. Is this AHAYAH Baba Yaka?
Highest prophet, yeah. Baba Kuya.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Baba Kuya. Praise AHAYAH. Finally get to talk to you, brother.
I'm doing really good. I'm glad you came on live.
Praise AHAYAH. Yes, I'm glad to talk to you, and I'm glad I'm on. And what do you think about the information that I'm trying to, relate to you guys? Do you receive it, and do you see it?
I think it's good. That's great. That's great information. Because everybody's not true. They're not true. Because a lot of people, just a lot of things just going on. America, I want to get this stuff.
Okay.
Going now, going into the building, I got all my equipment, but I just need to get a camera.
Praise AHAYAH.
But a lot of things that's happening, Sister Connor, you're on point. And, like I said, every single thing that's going on right now, there is a lot of stuff that's going on that many of our people don't understand, and we gotta everything together so we can make it to the wilderness. I'm blessed by you. I try to get to the wilderness. That's where you are. But I had a question, man. Do I have to? I have a question right there.
Wait.
Can I travel?
Wait, hold.
Because my passport is in place for my business.
Yeah, now they have eased a lot of the restrictions. So as far as travel, it's probably a hit and miss type of thing because they just easing everything. So I'm not sure if they're still requiring that you have the swab test, but they are easing the restrictions. So I'll start looking into that type of information, like can you travel without it? But right now, you know that you can take they have the swab in the mouth. You can do that. And they sell that at Safeway. But the only thing is when you get to these other countries, they don't have that. So they will try to do the nose swab as well. But I will look into it to see if they have totally stopped, making you take it. But you know what? I'm thinking, brother, now that you're talking about it, like they still haven't, you still have to, like, to get into government buildings and those kind of things, they still requiring you to have the jab and these kind of things. So it may not ease up so fast. It may not have stopped as of yet. But I'll look into it more to find out, are they requiring it, and are they going to stop it altogether? But this thing is really all about the Israelites traveling and getting out of Babylon. You know that. So they're trying to make it hard for us to move around. So that's the whole point of them bringing all this stuff about. So they may not stop so easily. You may have to do the swab for now. I tell a lot of people, because it's better than them coming up a couple of months from now talking about a new variant and you got to do this. You know what I'm saying? I think I think this is AHAYAH holding back the winds some more and just giving Israel some time. Really giving y'all time to, like, kind of get out. So take it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to get some funds. How much do you think the flight would cost?
Okay, I can look for you, but you know what? I've helped people, like, get flights, and some people have gotten flights cheaper than when I left. Let me tell you, when I left like 14 years ago, my flight was like 500 and change for a flight, like one way or whatever. And now some people have gotten 400, some people have 350, but it depends on the time and how, what's the situation when a high season, low season, and things like that. So the flights can be really high. But I would say between five and seven. I'd say that's the norm that you can get one. And just send me an email, and I'll send you a couple of quotes, and at least you can get an idea of what it's looking like. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because, like I said, I've been warning people. As a number brother here in Louisville, Kentucky, he got his passport. I've been warning people, tell them to get their passport.
Yes.
They gotta get their passport. I send out all the studies about the Get Out video.
Thank you, brother.
I'm about to. If I get my camera, I got a very extensive video. I get all my scriptures and all my precepts.
Yes.
That I let the people know that we are supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Babylon. I'm gonna do it because when I do this study, there's not gonna be no room for no one to say nothing about if you're supposed to stay in America.
Praise AHAYAH.
To sit back and sit still.
Yeah.
I'm not the studio. It's a scripture in Psalms that says,
Mm-hmm.
And in the hill, in the hills that righteousness.
Yes.
That means only the righteous is going to be able to come into the holy land of good.
That's right. Okay. You're breaking up. It's not that clear. You're breaking up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I said, when I do this study, no one's going to be able to say that we're supposed to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
No one, we got people saying that
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's going to be on fire. But then,
Mm-hmm.
like the scripture says,
Mm-hmm.
in Second Ezra chapter
Mm-hmm. 13. 13 or 9. Go ahead.
Second Ezra chapter 13,
Mm-hmm.
verse 24, where it says,
Mm-hmm.
know this, therefore, that they that be it says, know this, therefore, they that be left behind are more blessed than they be dead. And in Second Ezra chapter 13 or 14,
Mm-hmm.
verse
Mm-hmm.
48,
Mm-hmm.
where it says, know this, therefore, they which be left behind are they that are found within my borders.
That's right. Praise AHAYAH.
I think it's 14 is something.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's Second Ezra 13:48. But those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders. Praise AHAYAH. Yeah. Okay. You're breaking up again, and it's not that clear. But I say that again.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay. If you
it says people that's saying to stay behind
mm-hmm.
in America, and keep with people still. They don't want to do the study. I got a study that's so powerful that I had to get all my precepts.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be so powerful that no one's going to have no room to say anything about that Jordan is not the safe place. The scripture tell you that Jordan is the safe place.
Yes, exactly.
And a lot of people don't understand that. They follow a lot of doctrines that's not true. Got people that's saying America is the promised land. And that's deceitful. There's deceitfulness right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, brother.
You can't follow those people like that. So I got so much in my camera.
Okay.
I'm about to bring this study. I got so many precepts to even go into Isaiah. I got it down. The Most High led me to get all my precepts together. So when I do bring this study out, no one whatsoever is going to be able to come against the scriptures because I'm bringing it out. I just got to give me a camera. I had a brother that's supposed to give me a camera. I got to get some funds so I get my camera.
Okay.
For my YouTube because I got a powerful computer right now and I can do my live videos. With my channel, I got a channel called Highest Prophet Brother Hallelujah.
Okay.
And, I got a few videos on there already, but
okay.
I just haven't been able to get my camera. I done it with my old cell phone.
Okay.
And I filmed the videos from my apartment, and I was speaking, let people know that America is Babylon.
Yes.
And then America is coming.
Yes, right.
Get out of get out of harm's way because he's trying, like the Heavenly Father's trying to get us, give us a chance to get out. He knows a lot of our people is having some financial situations where they need some finances, and he's giving us a chance to get out.
Yes.
People just gotta take heed to what he's saying, and like I said, we gotta keep the commandment. That's one thing about keeping the commandment. Being keeping the commandment, then we're not pleasing the Most High.
Yeah.
But I come a long way. I'm glad that you still on your watch tower, no matter what, because even no matter what, he put you, like you said, he put you there in Jordan for a reason.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't understand. You can't limit the Most High. You can't limit the Heavenly Father AHAYAH and tell him who he can use and who he can't.
That's right.
He used the mule.
Yes.
I think he used the mule to speak to. I forgot who he spoke to, but
yeah.
the mule that spoke. You just cannot limit the Heavenly Father and tell him who he can use and who he can't.
That's right.
You can't do that.
Praise AHAYAH, brother.
Like I said, we gotta come together in unity and put all the foolishness down.
Yes.
And some people got personal issues within themselves, which keeps them from able to come together. But this ain't no joke.
Nope.
Like I said, I've seen a lot of things that happen. The Most High has been opening my eyes for a long time, and people just got to take heed to the word because, like I said, if they don't take heed to the word, as Christ says in Revelation 18, come out of my people that you be not partaken of her sins and receive not her plague. This stuff that's going on right now in America. It's so deep, and many people gonna be. I had some people, few people that don't understand the scripture where it says in Revelation 18, verse 4. If you read that whole chapter, it tells you that the reason why this stuff is happening and it's getting ready to come down on America. And it tells you that Revelation 18 is deep.
Yes.
It's deep. So, I'm glad you got your phone system because now you got my number. You take my number and put it down because it's not a coincidence.
Okay.
It's not a coincidence that you had the number because as soon as you said you had the phone, I said, yes. The caller got a phone number. I can call you.
Yes.
I can call you.
Yes.
Hopefully I'm able to call you even if you're not on live.
Yeah, it's just that
it's good that you have a phone number.
Yeah, I have now. You could call this the same number because it's linked up to my my Skype, so you can call me through that. But it'll come to my phone, so you can anyone you guys can call me. I try to put my email and this information, and that's why I got the number, so you can call me, and you can get the access and information, so you don't feel like you isolated and that you're alone. You understand? You can reach out and please. And let me tell you, brother, I'm so thankful that you calling in and you're very active. You always post and I appreciate you so much, brother, and can't wait for you to come because it's the men. It's the men of the Most High. Yeah, it's the men of the Most High that the Most High. Yeah.
So you know what? Even with that being said, Sister Connor, I've been seeing all your videos out. I seen them out multiple times. Like one of the people say, "Hey, you need to watch this." Especially the one where you and the children and the other brothers and sisters that you went on
the trip.
That expedition.
Yes. Yes.
I took that out to everybody, and I sketched it through, and I sent it out to everybody. I got some brothers and sisters here that actually. They're not from Kentucky, but even though I'm from Kentucky, they actually send it to some people that's in other states.
Yes.
Also, but I've been warning people that because people don't understand. The scripture says get out.
Yes.
It means get out.
Yes.
He strictly tells you to come out of Babylon.
Yes.
There's no way
around it. Exactly. And this is. No, you're right. It's no way around it. And people, they're trying to talk around it and play games because the issue is that a lot of our people are afraid and people are scared. So they don't want to do it anyway. So all they got to hear is somebody say, "Oh, come out of her butt." Once Elder Ricard or anybody add a butt to it, then it kind of eases it, for people. And then they don't want to really do it. But we have to. It's a command. because that's the only way in America you're going to save your soul. You will be destroyed there and be in iniquity with the Most High if you don't come out of Babylon. And there's no people think they still could be saved. And no, there is a call in Babylon that you must come out. There's a decree. Yes, praise AHAYAH. And we can't get around it.
I told everybody to, if you read Numbers, if you read Numbers chapter 34,
okay,
it tells you that, it says Numbers 34, let's see, I stressed it to people. I already sent it out to Numbers 34, and I think it said, let's see, verse, oh yeah, there you go. It says, Numbers 34, verse 9 says, and the border shall go out on the, let's see, hold on. It's Numbers 34. Oh. Let's see. Number. Oh, yes, it says Number 34, verse 12. It says, and the border shall go out down to Jordan, and the going out of it shall be in the Salt Sea, shall be in land. The coast thereof round about.
Praise the high.
All you got to do is read Numbers 34 all the way from Numbers 32, 33, and 34. Those three chapters are the key for people to understand that Jordan is the border.
Yes, it's a part of our borders.
Jordan said the border shall go out.
Yeah, and he.
The border shall go out. Go home to Zafar and go and. The going out of it shall be in Hazaran, and this shall be your north border. Yep. So
yes.
I stress that to people, man. And that's actually scripture is a precept that I'm going to be bringing out in this study. I need to bring it out because the Most High led me. He led me to get all the precepts together.
Yeah.
And get every single thing. For people understand, the reason I said it's going to be extensive study is because even though we might have some people that don't understand that they Israel, so I got some scriptures to let people know that we are Israel, and then it's going to be so deep.
Yes, praise the higher.
Understand what we need to do as the children of Israel and coming back to the commandment. And, a lot of people I still run into people here that don't even know they Israel. I run into people on the day that don't even know they Israel.
Yes.
And I said, brother, you know you're Israelite? They don't know. They still don't know. And it's like, it's not over yet. It's not over. We still have to continue to wake up the people and try our best to help them understand
who they are.
Who we are as the chosen people, because it's so deep. Since the knowledge that we can't leave our people in a dark.
Right.
Every time I go out, and everywhere I go, even if I go to the corner store, I'm always warning the brother and sister, hey, brother and sister, you know you're an Israelite, and they got to take heed to the commandments. I tell them, say, you got to repent and be baptized, man. That's another thing I want to be doing. I was been trying to get done and get people baptized, but I haven't found a place where I can get people baptized.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But I'm trying.
Well, praise AHAYAH, brother. Praise AHAYAH. That's awesome. And you know what? But you know what I say, and I try to tell a lot of brothers this, but I don't know. They don't. I don't know what they think, and I understand that some people think differently. But I always say that once the men of the Most High, the ones who are calling on AHAYAH, who knows the truth, and they come in and they stand in Jordan, and they start putting out videos, that will make such a great impact because the people, even though some people aren't waking up, some people wake up, but they don't know what to do and where to go. So it's important that our brothers come and they wait and they stand and they start to prophesy and give direction on the internet so that people can know where to come. Because now also, I know that there's some brothers who doing it, and they feel that they're doing it and they're not getting a lot of views, or they because the Most High has set a standard and set up a way for it to be done. And a lot of times brothers feel because I'm a woman that I shouldn't be speaking, but actually this is the Most High's platform. He set me up to do this, and it's been the hardest thing to get brothers to come together and just use this platform. But they see that, for one, this platform ain't going nowhere, and the Most High is dealing with it. I may not got millions of views or even thousands for that matter, but he is using this platform, and I welcome you, brother. If you have videos, anything, I try to tell all the brothers, like, I will showcase them and put it out there so that our people will have some direction of who to deal with and where to go. It's not a problem. So he has a link, y'all, and I'll get your link, brother, and I'll put you into, on the chat so that people can get to you. But more importantly, brother, I pray you hurry and come and stand here. And as long as you're consistent with the name of AHAYAH and keeping his holy days and statutes, brother, you always have a platform with me. You know what I'm saying? And I try to extend this to all the men of the Most High. But for some reason, it always goes astray. And I don't know why, but I'll help, as much as I can to who I can extend it to now. People know I ain't calling on no Yah and Yehovah and Yehovah. I ain't dealing with none of that. But brothers who standing for AHAYAH, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? Reach out. Let's come together. Praise AHAYAH.
I tell you what, a lot of people who call on these names, these false deities, they if you listen to what they teaching, which they might have something that might be correct, but there's something about their teaching is off.
Yes.
And it's why, because the Most High said, that's why the scripture says, the scripture is, the Most High is not his word is true. He says, those that call on my name shall be saved.
That's right.
He didn't say call on those that call on false deities. He said those that call on my name shall be saved. That's why a lot of brothers and sisters not calling on the name of AHAYAH. They don't have the understanding, because the Most High, when you call on the Father of heaven, which his name is AHAYAH, we all know he gave the name to Moses in Exodus chapter 3, verse 13 through 15.
Yes, right.
Later, I am that's translated from AHAYAH to AHAYAH. But many don't understand that they feel, they know the name is AHAYAH. They know the name is AHAYAH, but they continue to call on the false deity that which they say that the name of Yah and all these names is written in the book so many times, and that's what they go on. They go on that, but they don't go deeper to understand about the name of AHAYAH. There's not none of other names of the deity that these people is calling on.
That's right.
It's not the name that he gave Moses.
That's right.
And that's why their doctrine is off. Because the Most High, the Most High might be with them, but he's still trying to get them to know in the name of AHAYAH, but they still fail to recognize his name and continue to call on the false deity. That's what the problem is. They don't have the understanding. I mean, they might have understanding of some scripture, not to say they don't have any understanding. But the difference is that they still call on the name, and they know the name. They know the name is AHAYAH, but they threw it away to continue to call on the false deity. That's why the scripture says, "As my people forgot my name, will they have?" Because most of the names that you see in the text of the scriptures is of Baal that was inserted. Inserted into that. Like I said, people need to just take heed. Instead of just, but we all got to be on one accord.
Yeah.
We got to be on one. It's like one nation, one power.
That's right.
We got to be on one accord. And we all call. We got our people call on the name of AHAYAH, and we got other people call on other false names.
Yes.
And we not on one accord. But the Most High wants us to call on His name, because when we call on His name, that's when unity. Unity is power.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's what teaching us about it. Because you got some Israelites that calls on this other false deity name, and then they don't even want to be. They don't even want to be bothered with anyone else who calls on anybody.
That's right.
They call on the name. They call on the name Yah. They don't even want to be bothered. They don't even want to be bothered. They say he's calling on false. I got a brother. The guy that got angry at me because he asked me what name did I call him. I told him I call him the name AHAYAH. And he made a big commotion and we wanted to get ready to fight. And I said, I kept my cool too. You know, and next time I seen him, I still had love for him, but I didn't even bring it up. I still had love.
Wow.
You know, that's the thing about we supposed to have love for our brothers, but he wasn't angry at me, but I just told him I didn't even speak to him about bringing it up, because it's him that caused himself to get further up from calling on a false name, and that's the evil of Satan.
That's right.
That's done that, you know. You get at your brother and ready to fight your brother because if you don't have understanding, it's like they are the ones who they out and teach that only Israel be saved, but he says that the Gentiles that called by my name was just the righteous Gentile. They take heed to the word. But you know, like I said, we gotta get past this. Yeah. This stuff that's going on between our nation and Israel that keeps us divided, you know. We gotta get past saying divided, and that's what the world wants us to do, is stay divided and not know who we are. But you know, once we get past this, you know, we don't be good. But I'm glad, Sister Connie, you got your number. I can call you. Yes. You know, and it's like the Most High done that, Sister Connie. Yes. Got your phone number where we can call. Yes. I can call. Yes. But I can, because this is good, because when everything goes well, I can be like, Sister Connie, I can call Sister Connie, let her know I'm on my way. Praise AHAYAH. I'm excited, brother. Because, go ahead. It's serious, and I'm trying my best to gather as many people I can here, and but they have to take heed. I mean, I've been seriously wondering. I was running to a brother today. He changed his number, and I told him I ran into him at the grocery store today. I told him, I said, I said, brother, you know, I sent you out the videos of Sister Connie, and today I was just talking to him today. I said, well, I sent you out all the get out videos on your phone, on your text message. And I said, brother, I'm going to send them to him again, but some people are not taking it serious. You know, people don't understand. It's a lot of people that I have my phone, which is friends and family. Some of the sisters that I've been, you know, when I'm out at the grocery store, I helped out pushing these carts at the grocery store. And every time I'm there, all I'm doing is just trying to talk to people and bring the scriptures, give them my number, take their number, and I start sending out the scriptures and stuff. Get out all the get out videos. I sent out many people, you know, the extra. And you can't deny that the expedition. I told man, y'all need to watch that. Y'all need to watch that video with Sister Connie. And I stress it on because it's powerful. You know, it's where we're supposed to be. Even when you in the wilderness, what's it? What said we had the piece of. You had 7 days. Oh yeah, the Feast of Tabernacles. Yeah, the Feast of Tabernacles. I sent that out to let people know, hey, this is where you need to go. This is where we're gonna be in the wilderness, in the mountains. And I'm on it, you know, because no matter what people say, no matter what people say, you know, I know Jordan's a place where we're supposed to be. Nobody can deny the scriptures. Anyone who deny the scriptures is you know, it's like deceitment. You know? That's right. And like I said, you probably scaring the crap out of them because they, you know, people scared and they see the desert, they be like, oh my goodness.
But no, that's right.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to be in the wilderness. I want
Yeah.
to be in the wilderness. I cannot wait to leave Babylon.
Yes, yes. Me too. I love it too, actually. I love it. And the Most High say we're gonna be there in peace, and we just gonna be getting there. So it's nice to try to show our people, like, look, we can be here, we can cook, we can, survive. And the Most High said that He's gonna take care of us. But it's a lot of faith.
It really is. It really is.
It takes a lot of faith
so
to just trust.
About you having your phone number, so because the Most High is the Most High in charge. And He is in charge of all things.
Yes, He is.
That's why He says He says it in Psalms 22, verse 28.
Okay.
He says, no matter what's going on, He says this. He says, and hold on. 23, Psalms 23, verse 28 says, 28.
I'll look it up. Hold on.
21.
Okay.
21. No, that's not 21.
What?
20, that's why it was 22. It might be 22.
Okay.
I might be overlooked. Oh, I'm in numbers. I'm sorry. I'm in numbers. No matter. No word I can find.
Okay.
Psalms 22.
Okay.
Verse 28. He says, "For the kingdom is the Most High, which we are the kingdom.
Yes.
Is the Lord is the Most High, and He is governor among all
nations.
So
yes.
No matter what they try to do, He's going to get His people to His promised land, to the Jordan, to His borders. He knows those who's going to take heed. I got another brother that got his passport out there. Ishi, brother Jesse, he got his passport. Like I said, after you get off live, I'm going to be sending this out to everybody.
Okay, praise AHAYAH.
A lot of people don't. Every time you do something new, new video, I send it out to all people.
Oh, thank you, brother. That's a blessing. Thank you.
We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna be blessed. We just gotta.
And it's gonna be so amazing because it's gonna be so amazing because you see the state that we in as a people, and can't come together. So it's gonna be really a really miracle when Judah starts to stand and come together. The men of the Most High coming together on one accord. It's really going to be a miracle of the Most High, because that's why it's so hard now. It's just the Most High showing us that by His hand, this thing is going to be amazing. It's going to be a miracle when we start to come, and the brothers especially.
We're going to be going into a new year. I'm excited about that. So
yeah.
Passover's coming.
Yes.
I tell you what, I can't wait to just get there and be there in the wilderness in a Passover. That's going to be a wonderful experience. And He will tell us that when we get there, we're going to have peace. We're going to have peace, and we don't have to worry about all the stuff. He's going to protect us.
Yes.
And we're going to have peace.
And guys, that feeling of peace is so real. I mean, you feel it, even when you get into the land here, you see it starts it, there is a resolve of peace. And yes, I understand, brother. And I know how it feels to be on that end of it, waiting, trying to get here and trying to, know that you want to be delivered,
Yeah. One thing I noticed too, Sister Colin, and a lot of your videos when you did your filming, a lot of those guys that even those people who own all the cattle and all the flock and stuff, I see that they even when they help you put your tent up, I see that the kindness and the generosity in those guys over there.
Oh, they're amazing. You're right. It's the favor. Listen, it's definitely the favor of the Gentiles that AHAYAH has blessed me with. I do have to say it. He has blessed me, and I do get favor a lot with the people here, and I think the Most High is only AHAYAH, because I've seen, some people have trouble and they get into things like that, but He put favor on us. You know what I'm saying? And especially when we move right and we act right and we deal right, uprightly, that there's a favor that comes from the Most High, and people are generally
right.
they're good with us, and guys, it's good. It's a blessing. It's AHAYAH.
It's that scripture that says that we would be nourished, and when we get to the wilderness, we'd be nourished.
Yes, in the wilderness.
So as you can tell, that's what it's about. Because, like I said, even when you had those cattle, and he was calling those cattle, even the cattle, the animals, they can tell through the animal sense that too.
Yes.
But that's why I'm loving it. I can't wait. I just cannot wait. I'm prepping. I've been trying to prep to get my funds right so I can get out.
Yes.
Even my brother and sister, I've been trying to tell them that get right with the Most High and get their passports. Some people are slow get their passport.
Yeah.
I'm telling about every other day. I'm telling brothers and sisters. No matter where I go, even only because if I walk to the corner store, I run into brothers and sisters. I tell them, hey, that you're Israelite, you got to repent and get baptized in water, renew the Holy Spirit, and start keeping the commandment. And then I tell them, I give them the scriptures, and I always give them the Sabbath, to keep the Sabbath day, and and if I can, if they're not in a hurry, I always give them Exodus and Deuteronomy 28, and let them know and say, hey, you can read Deuteronomy 28. We read that Deuteronomy 28 and let you know who we really are.
I know.
Especially verse 68. You read verse 68 and then start. After you read verse 68, go from the top.
Praise AHAYAH.
I tell you, gotta keep the commandments and keep the feast days, and also watch what you eat. I always tell them, you gotta read that in Leviticus 11, and they tell you read Leviticus 11, and they're clean and unclean.
Yes.
Also, and also Leviticus 23, because even Leviticus 23, it tells you, how to get in line with the commandments of the feast days. Those feast days is important.
Yes.
And I tell people, man, if you're celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving, I tell them that you gotta let that go.
Wow.
People don't know. I got about over almost close to 500 people in my phone that I got a brother that texted me the night before. His name is Damien, and I put him in his phone. He said, I think he got his phone number changed, and I guess he remembered me from sending him all those studies and scriptures. And like I said, I send out all the studies and scriptures every week, Shabbat, Sabbath. I had came down sick, but I'm doing better. Most High healer, he's healing. And,
praise AHAYAH, brother. I'm glad.
Come together, He tells you in Psalms, he is the healer. He's the one who forgives all thy iniquities and heals all thy diseases. That's Psalms 103.
Praise AHAYAH. You better talk about it, brother. You talk about it. Praise him. That's a blessing.
And no matter how, even when I was sick, even when I was sick, I tell you what, I still pray. I always pray when I get up in the morning.
Yes.
I pray at noonday. I pray in the 3 o'clock hour.
Yes.
I pray in the 7 o'clock hour, and I pray before I go to sleep. Like if I come in from working at the grocery store, pretty close, I usually come in and pray. Put my stuff up and come in my room and pray.
Praise
and I'm just not getting better and from being sick, but no matter what situation, I'm always praying. The Most High knows I'm praying. That's one thing many need to do.
Yes.
They need to pray.
Pray more. And listen.
Pray, stop messing around.
Yes. And we praying over you right now, brother, that healing spirit to just totally heal you, and you get the victory over any spirit, that's hindering you. We pray healing for you right now, because that is important. And the Most High, AHAYAH, he is a healer, y'all. He is in the healing department. And I have to give my testimony, because my mother, I'm so thankful. AHAYAH is a blessing. And he has blessed my mom over the years. She's 80. She turned 80 this year. And I'm so excited. We celebrated her 80th birthday. Awesome. And my mom has been, listen, she's a miracle in itself. AHAYAH has done miracles. My mother had cancer 3 times, a hip replacement, breast removed. I mean, she's been through so much, and I cry out for my mom so much. And I thank the Most High. He's been healing her over the years. And I'm so thankful that she's still with us. It's just a blessing. And he is a healer, y'all. I just got to give that testimony, brother. And I'm glad you brought that up, and you reminded me, because I'm so thankful of how AHAYAH has just taken care of my mother over the years. And even though I had to leave. Awesome. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's a blessing, because the one thing it takes, you have to have faith and believe. Because it even says without faith, what it says, the scripture says, without faith you cannot please the Heavenly Father.
Nope.
So one thing about faith, you have to have faith and believe that He can do anything.
Yes.
There's nothing on the earth that He can't do. He made the earth and the heavens out of the breath of His nostrils, and worked on the and rest on the 7th day.
Okay.
You got people that still don't believe. I went into the hospital. I talked running to a few Gentile lady, and they was my nurses. They, I asked them, because I don't own the gospel from nobody. The Bible says, and Christ said, "My house shall be a house of prayer for all men."
Yes.
But you got people that don't believe. They never grew up in the church. They and it's hard to to get someone to understand what you the scriptures of the holy, if they not really grew up on the scriptures. Even though Christ said, if you didn't receive the gospel as a little child,
that's right.
You cannot enter the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
So and it makes me sad. These people, they got very kind of hearts, but it's like they don't believe. And I asked them, I said, "Do you believe?"
That's right.
They be like, "No, I don't believe," but it really breaks my heart, because they time. It's like they time, but they're very sweethearted, but there's something about that they don't believe it, and it really breaks my heart. And it'll bring me to the truth, because I don't want to see nobody go through. I don't want to see nobody go through. The pit. I want to see nobody be cast down. Like that. This is my heart's so big, because it's like I care for everybody. Everybody has a chance to get to the kingdom, but they you got this wicked world that it's just like and lies to everybody. Not only we as Israelites are the Most High chosen people, but many other people receive the seed, and that's why the world is. That's why the world is today.
That's right.
You got a lot of people running around with evil spirits, and they don't. And like I said, when I'm at the grocery store, I meet so many people. And another thing I say, I meet a lot of brothers that's Israelites, and sisters that's Israelites. From the tribe of Judah, from the tribe of Benjamin. Got some brothers from Congo that's Israelites. And the Hebrews, and I know the Hebrews. I talked to them, and like I talked to a brother earlier, and I said, "Brother, you're a Hebrew Israelite. He's from Congo." And they kind of come to the store. He's gonna talk to me, but people from Benjamin, the Haiti. All over. They come to the store, because the store that I helped out with the crisis, it's like an international grocery store. Mm-hmm. Like you sell a lot of international like foods and spices and plants and stuff like that, stuff like that. But, and that's why you got a lot of people that shop on it, but it's mostly foreigners from Cuba, even from Cuba. I see a lot of us from Cuba, which is from the tribal nation. I'm always trying to talk to them.
Wow. Okay.
And some of them don't speak Spanish, so I haven't found anybody that can actually stand out with me to interpret what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Some of them understand, and some of them can't. But I'm still trying to reach out to them. But like I said, I got some brothers that understand what I'm saying to them. But it's also a process. It's a process, trying to gather the people. I tell you what, this is the most hardest job in the world.
Yes, it is.
Trying to wake up the people and trying to get people to repent and turn back to the Father in heaven. It's the most hardest job in the world. There's no more hardest job in the world. It's not even no more. It's not even no other job that's more important than waking up to the people.
That's true.
Get people to repent, turn from their sins.
Yes.
But it's I'm loving but I ain't giving up. I'm pushing. We got my feet to the plow.
Praise AHAYAH, brother.
I'm pushing.
And praise AHAYAH for brothers like you, and thank you, AHAYAH. And keep up the good work, because it's amazing that that you're doing it. Just on, and I gotta come on and be more consistent, and I will be. I'll just keep coming on and just saying shalom and telling people that you can leave. Don't be afraid. Trust the Most High. I know it's hard. It's a hard decision to make. And you hear so many horror stories. You hear a lot of horror stories, and they got people saying all kind of stuff. But don't let that distract you, brothers and sisters. Just get out, obey AHAYAH. He's amazing, and he has such a love for Israel. He'll make a way.
He will. He sure will. I remember I spent when I got my passport in July. I paid for it in July, 2 or 3 days before August, and I wasn't really expecting to get it until maybe 2 or 3 months. I got it on September 1st.
Wow.
I spent my last. Well, I had $230 for my passport, and I could not put it off no longer. And I kept feeling like the evil spirit trying to throw me off and trying to get me to put it off from getting my passport. But the $223, I had $230. I just went on and took the money I had and paid for it.
Wow.
And I got it in a month, September 1st last year.
Wow. Praise AHAYAH.
So, I said I couldn't put it off no more, because no telling what would happen if I put it off again.
And that's how it works.
I can't do that.
And the Most High, he that he be doing me the same way. I have to do little things at a time, and he be testing my faith and making sure and seeing how consistent I'm gonna be, and so we just being tested, and the Most High is showing us, and but with a little we can do a lot, and definitely together we can do much more. We have to learn how to come together and do things together. But it's a process of us being trained to be so separate over the years and over generations that it's hard for Israel to know how to just come together. But it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. That's right. I'm so sorry about you having your phone number, because I know this is Father. I know this is Heavenly Father.
Yes.
Giving you a number so people can actually start
calling me.
Contact you, let you know.
Yes.
Hey, we coming. Say, Sister Connor, hey, it's time. We coming. We on our way.
Yes.
I tell you what, this is really a blessing. It really is.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Praise AHAYAH, and thank you, brother. You encourage me so much, to keep going and to stay focused and stay, because I got a lot of stuff that I try to do. So I try to be consistent. So thank you. And I will, just come on, and if you guys want to talk and, ask questions, and, I'll try to give you all the information I can give you. And this is my number on the screen. You can call me. My email. You can always send to itojatravel@yahoo.com. Let me put that on the banner too. Because y'all can always, just contact me, any kind of information. And brother, don't forget to send me an email so I can send you quotes. Just let me know what day, and I could give you a range of how much, because the prices change. It varies on the month and things like that. But you can get an idea what you're working with. And I know how that is, just trying to figure out funding and how you're going to survive, and what you're going to do once you get here, kind of thing. So let's try.
I really appreciate everything you're doing. Just keep staying focused and just keep on bringing the word out. Just keep on warning the people.
Yes.
Because like I said, you actually Sister Carl, you actually a beacon. You're actually beacons for the Most High over there in Jordan.
Oh, praise AHAYAH, yes.
You're a beacon. You're a holy beacon over there.
Praise AHAYAH.
Trying to get the people and let them know that this Jordan is
the safe place. And guys, you
denied that Jordan's the safe place, that's also.
And I want to say, guys, you don't even realize how many people contact me are coming out. A lot of people, but the thing is, a lot of these people are calling on different gods. It seems like now more of the YAH people contact me more than the AHAYAH people, and I know why that is. I know because they kind of keeping the people, the 144,000 still, and they keeping them subdued in Babylon. But other Israelites are even waking up now. When I first started, it was nothing but AHAYAH people who knew to come out. And the other people who called on different gods, they wasn't even thinking about coming out of Babylon. But now, y'all, there's a lot of people who don't even call on AHAYAH, that they know to get out of Babylon. And it's amazing. So
that's amazing too. That's amazing too.
Yeah.
All praises, because even with that being said, they still are people. We still have to help them.
Right.
We just got to get on right. We got to get all on one accord. One accord. Unity is power, and when we all get on one accord as one nation, one power, and a lot of stuff, a lot of other things will start falling in place too. So that's really good. That's good, because even with that being said, it's still good for them to know that they have to get out of Babylon. Got to get out of Babylon.
Yes.
There's so many precepts and so many things that tell you to get out of Babylon. To tell you not to stay here or America is the promised land. Because got many of them people saying America is the promised land.
Oh my goodness!
It's not the promised land.
It's not the promised land. That place is going to be destroyed. But that's what I mean about so much deception. I mean, my gosh, it's so much deception, y'all. Our people are just, and it's so sad that there's so much. You're confused as it is. You're waking up out of your sleep. You don't really know, and then to come with so much deception, to not, to make people not want to make a move. It's amazing. So Esau is definitely doing a job on our people. That's for sure. They definitely doing a job on our people. But I thank you so much, Ahch, for calling in. And listen, you can call me anytime. You can send me an email. Now that you have my number, and I will as well reach out and just to check on you, brother. And maybe we can do like a call-in or something, because there's a few brothers that I talk to that online as brothers that's making their way out, and stuff like that. So I praise AHAYAH, and I'll try to do this again.
I said to myself,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said to myself months. It's been a while. I thought about this months ago about. I thought about you getting a number some way. Remember, I think I emailed you a while back to see if you had a number, and I forgot what you actually said, but I thought I had emailed you, and then
yeah.
I asked you to send that number a while back. back.
Yes.
I remember exactly when, but back then you didn't have the number.
No, I didn't have it then.
I know it's a problem having because I even in the message I got the notification that we be going live. I said that's just the kind I got to put on my computer. And I said I said she's going live. I said I know something serious and I know something that needs to be
talked about.
Addressed.
Yes, and that's why I said I have to come on. I know I need to come on more, guys. Go ahead.
In the morning, and I think we've been on for 2 hours, but I said listen, my phone was two. I think it was 2 something. But now here a little bit stuff. It's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I said I had to get up, and get on live because I very seldom I see you come on live.
I know.
Like in the midnight, the late night hours. I said I gotta get on here.
And I'm so sorry, forgive my timing, but I tried to, it was early in the morning here, and I have to get my day going too, because it's in the afternoon. It's after 12, so I got to get my stuff going. I got to get out some orders. So I thank you so much, brother, and you're welcome. I love the talks, so you're welcome to, when I go live, to call in and talk. And I understand, like, and it's good. I like talking to my brothers and sisters, so y'all don't shy away, from calling in.
Right.
So praise AHAYAH by Yashaya.
Thank you so much, man. All praise to AHAYAH by Yashaya.
Yes.
We are coming to Zion. We are coming. Zion, we are coming to Zion.
Okay. So I pray that you tune in too for the Passover. Hopefully me and Sister Mayana, we're gonna be there. She's down in the wilderness still, and I'm up in the city part, so that's why she's not here. But maybe next time I'll call her and try to get her on the line too, and just so she can say hi, for everybody. But I tell her, and she said tell everybody. She said shalom. So, the next time I get online, to let you all know that she loves you all, and to say shalom to you guys.
Shalom.
Okay. So yeah, definitely. And I'll try to do it for the new year next week. And also, for the Passover. So, we got a couple of holidays, so I'll try to tune in and you guys, and we can sit and talk. But I thank you, brother. Thank you.
But,
okay. You too. And bless you. Praise AHAYAH.
Bless you too.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
That was awesome. Thank you, brother. Babakaya. Bless you, Ahch, for calling in and keeping company. It's been 2 hours, guys. But I just want to say, praise AHAYAH Bahashab Yashaya. He is bringing Israel together and bringing Israel out. And, I just want to say hi to everybody. Babakaya, Sister Sandra Osborne, praise AHAYAH, Shoshana, bless you, sister. All of you that just chimed in and hung out with me. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Love you. Tune in, stay tuned in. Next week is starting the new year. So on the first day of the year. So I'll definitely try to do something. Okay. Even if it's for a short period of time. And then, of course, for Passover, I'm definitely trying to go back down to the wilderness and, set up everything. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited. We had a new year again. So don't forget the information I gave you about the calendar. Please share the video. Okay. Please share the video. Then for those of you who have put orders in, please, I'll be sending out your orders and different things like that. I'm also going to try to get the calendar up, and it's free, back on my site. I got locked out the site. Sorry, so I can't go in and change anything. But if I don't get into the site, then I have to add a new site. But again, it'll be free just so y'all can keep up with your calendars. But I assure you, and I beg you, I plead with you, brothers and sisters, start to create your own calendars and get on the right holy days so you'll know the days for yourself. That's the most important thing. Okay. And for those of you who would like to, I'm going to put this banner up. If you want to support, bless you, AHAYAH, Yashaya. There's my PayPal. You can support the channel. It helps. Every little thing helps with the Passover coming and, kind of things like that. If you want to join in with the Passover, you can send me an email and I'll put that up. I'll put the email up so you can see. That's the email right there. If you're looking to be in Jordan and you're calling on AHAYAH, you're keeping, the holy days and everything, please, you can come out and join us. We're going to be in the wilderness again for the Passover. We're going to kill the lamb and do everything and praise AHAYAH B'Shem Yashaya. So that's the email right there. You can email me and just let me know that you'll be here when you'll be arriving. Also, I'll put up for the Patreon. This is the Patreon link and address. You can join on Patreon as well. You can ask more intricate questions about things that's going on in Jordan and things like that. I try to be transparent as it is, but it's best, sometimes, putting out too much information. They try to stop and hinder, what I'm doing and anything. So that's the Patreon account, and I gave you the email address. And this is if you want to give support, praise AHAYAH B'Shem Yashaya. Here is my PayPal address, and you can also do there. But I see I have a comment, so let me go to it. All praises, AHAYAH, Vavakaya. Bless you, brother. And that was an awesome talk. And I thank you so much and can't wait to meet you. Bless you. And we're sending out some healing spirits. I know you said the Most High is healing you. So we glorify AHAYAH and we praise AHAYAH and we, on one accord in your healing, brother. And because the Most High is a healing power, y'all. I'm telling you, there is the power of healing, and we must pray for one another. We lay on hands for one another to be healed. He has given us those gifts. And I know it firsthand because I see it all the time, especially with my mom. Praise AHAYAH, and I'm so thankful for my mother and how my father has blessed my mom. The Holy Father AHAYAH has blessed my mom over the years, and she made it to her 80th birthday, and she's just been through so much. But I'm praying for her to come out of Babylon, and I'm praying for you, brothers and sisters, to come out. The time is now. Get within the borders. Jordan is the safe place. I must say it. I must proclaim it, because he said, for those of them who flee, lift up your voice and proclaim. So I must proclaim it in the name of Yashaya. And Sister Mayana and I, we're going to be singing in the wilderness for Passover. And I wish I could get her on. Let me see. Let me just try real quick if I could call her, because she'll never have her phone on, but maybe she could just say hi. Let's see if her phone is on. I'll let y'all know. But we would. It's ringing. Praise AHAYAH B'Shem Yashaya. I hope she picks up. But I'll just get her to say hi if she picks up. But if not, if she doesn't pick up, then guys, I will talk to you later. I will say shalom. I say bless you all. I give all glory and praise to AHAYAH B'Shem Yashaya. Shalom, Akwaf. How are you? Huh? Good. Guess what? I got you on live. I'm on live on YouTube, and I just called you, and I want to say hi. So you can say hi to everybody but I'm getting ready to hang up. Say hi, Sister Mariana, because I got you on live. Praise AHAYAH. So Sister Mariana is on the line, and she's saying hi. I hope you can hear her. I hope you can hear her clearly, brothers and sisters. But yes, this is.
Hi, my brothers and sisters. How are you all?
So she's down in the wilderness still, and I came up, to take care of some things. But I was just telling them about the Passover that's coming and the New Year that's coming this weekend. Sunday is the first day of the year, and we'll be celebrating. But I told them that we will definitely be doing a Passover in the wilderness again, and we're gonna be singing some songs. So, Sister Mayana, work on your songs now. Praise AHAYAH. And yeah. So we're gonna be working on that. We're gonna be killing some lamb out there, brothers and sisters. So we hope that y'all make it out for the Passover, and y'all come out and join us if you can. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for people to just come on, but it's time, y'all, with this war and stuff going on. Now, sister, I just did a new video. This video, I'm talking about the calendar and how in 2025 the days start to line up, 2025 and 2026, and it starts all over. And so I just wanted to really put that video out. So I just put that video. This is this video, and I'm at the end. But girl, we've been on here for 2 hours. 2 hours. Yes, because listen, because brother Babakaya, he called in, one of our brothers. He called in and he talked, and he's amazing. And I can't wait for this brother to come out of Babylon, because he's coming. And we talked, and he was telling his story, how he's waking up brothers and sisters in Babylon, and how he's preparing to come out. And we give all glory and praise to AHAYAH. Yeah, so I just want to call you and show you some love, sis, and show brothers and sisters that I'm not with you physically, but I'm with you in the spirit, and that she's here, and we're gonna be getting prepared for the New Year and Passover. And so I just want to say shalom, sis. I love you, and I'm gonna see you soon. Okay. I love you all too. Yeah. Okay. So I'll talk to you later, sis. I'm gonna hang up because I'm gonna close out the video. Okay. All right. Shalom. Okay. Shalom, sis. Barakazagam. I think you got some comments. Wait, hold on. Yes, that's yeah. Bless you, Sister Shoshana, Sister Sandra. She said hi. She could hear you. And she be asking about y'all all the time. That's why I told them that she's been asking about the brothers and sisters. But I haven't been on live a lot, so I can't even say that I, talk to a lot. But I'm gonna try, definitely be more consistent. I'm trying to prepare, and I'm trying to get things, together. So, okay, Shalom, Akwaf, Mayana. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, I'll call you back. Okay. Okay. All right. Shalom. Bye. She's saying bye, guys. Okay, guys. So bless you all. Have a blessed New Year's. Happy Passover to come. Ahshar Pasach. That's happy Passover. Come in about 3 weeks. Bless you. Praise AHAYAH Bahasham Yashaya. Wak Vadash Wak. Shalom, Israel.